In today's video, I am going to be starting a girl talk segment, and I just decided to do it in the car. I decided that I wanted it to be something different, so I'm gonna do girl talk in my car, cause why not?
Honestly, you've been had me focused. The way you drop that thing down in slow motion, well, okay. Blindfold over your face.
I'm going to be talking about how to move on from someone or how to get over somebody. Now, I know that we've all been there. We've all been in situations where, you know, we have a breakup or we stop talking to somebody that we really care about, and it sucks. But you have to remember that you have to obviously move on. So I wrote down some tips that I use to get over somebody. So I decided that I'm going to share that, and hopefully these tips help someone else who's currently going through that situation right now. Tip number 1, let the hurt happen. You have to understand it's going to hurt. It's going to suck. But you have to let it happen. You have to let it out. And you can't just keep it bottled up. You can't try to hide it. It's best that you just acknowledge that you're hurt so that you can move past it. Number 2, understand that it's going to take time. Now, everyone's process is different. You know, sometimes it might take people a few days. It might take some people weeks. It might take people months. It might even take years, depending on the situation and how much you cared about that person and the extent of the relationship and everything like that. But these tips help you, you know, recover and land on your feet a little bit more faster. Tip number 3, understand that everything happens for a reason. I strongly believe that God has a plan for everything. Everything that happens in life happens for a reason, you know. So clearly it was meant for you guys not to be together. You know, whatever led up to it, there's a reason for it. You know, there's a plan for everybody, and maybe that person just wasn't meant to be in your life. Now, there's times where, you know, you guys might, you know, somehow end up back together in the future, but, you know, that's the future, and at the present time, you have to focus in the moment of today, in the moment of right now. You have to realize that they just aren't meant for you today. They aren't meant to be with you right now. Focus your energy on things that you love. Sometimes when we get with people, we tend to give a lot of ourselves, and sometimes we may not be able to do things that we normally would do, or sometimes we'll put things to the side to hang with that person and spend time with that person. So, you know, when you guys aren't together anymore, that's just like a really, really good time to just, you know, focus on things that you like to do. Focus on something that you have a passion for. Focus on your career. Focus on growing as a person. Take that time to just really self-reflect on yourself and just grow. You know, that this is the important time. The time that you're just to yourself. And yeah. Okay, so tip number 5, finding a rebound isn't always the answer. Now, I feel like sometimes as women, we are afraid of being alone. So we always feel like we need to be around somebody. As you get older, you need to realize that it's better to just move on from somebody by yourself and in your own time. I feel like it's better to just spend time with yourself, love yourself, grow yourself, self-reflect on yourself. And you know, you don't need somebody. You don't need anybody to help you get over somebody else. All you need is you. I feel like whatever time you need, take it. You know, there's no rush. Like I said, every situation is different. Depending on the extent of the situation with that person, you know, it's going to just take a different amount of time. And that's okay. Tip number 6 is to go out and have fun. Don't just sit up in the house and mope around and cry over this person. Go out, have fun. That get your mind off of it. Get your mind off that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, go to the movies with a friend. Go to the club. Make new friends, you know. Go to an art class. Go do something. But just don't sit around and mope over that person. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not moping and thinking about you. They're out living. So, bitch, you need to go out and live too. These niggas don't be caring most of the time. So, bitch, you need not to care either. And you need to go out and live your life. Live your best life. Tip number 7. This one I feel is the most important and the most effective. But we're always on our phone. We live on our phone. We sit on our phone most of the time, most of the day. So if you're trying to move on from somebody, obviously in your phone you have text messages, you have photos, you have memories in there of that person. Delete it. Delete the text messages, delete the pictures, delete all of it. Unfollow that person. Do what you gotta do. Like, I feel like if you're really trying to move on from somebody, you don't need to see them pop up on your Instagram. You don't need to see them pop up on your Snap. You don't need to see them pop up on Facebook or whatever. You need to just have a clear head. And a clear head doesn't mean always seeing them. And I feel like as women, sometimes we like to go back and reread text messages. So delete them. Delete their contact name out of your phone. Do what you gotta do to help you move on. I feel like just deleting that person out of your phone is like the first step. My last tip is not to be afraid to express your feelings. It really, really helps to just open up to somebody and talk to somebody about what you are going through, because obviously your friends probably or most likely have gone through the same thing and they can give you advice. Sometimes it also helps to just explain the situation to a friend and they can just give you their point of view and their perspective on the situation. I feel like that really helps. I feel like bottling shit up and keeping it all inside isn't healthy. It doesn't help you. I feel like it makes things worse because you don't have anybody that you could talk to. And a lot of the times when we are talking to somebody or we are in a relationship, they become your person. Like, they become that go-to for you. And when you don't have that anymore and you keep shit inside, I feel like that makes you miss that person anymore, because it's just like, damn, I don't have that person that I could talk to anymore. So I feel like it's very, very important to just lean on your friends. Don't be that person. Like, I used to be that person. I don't need anybody. All I need is me. I can just talk to myself type shit. No. Talk to people. I feel like these tips could help somebody, because this is what I do when I'm trying to get over somebody as well. So I hope these tips really, really help somebody who's going through this. Make sure y'all subscribe. It's easy. All you gotta do is click it and you're good to go. Make sure you like this video and comment below if you're currently trying to get over someone, or you just had a breakup, or if you're trying to move on from somebody. Comment below. Tell me your stories. Tell me, you know, what you do to get over somebody. And I hope you guys all liked my video, and I hope to see y'all in my next YouTube video.
I could be a